Deity was the ugly pig, walked on me and danced a jig that he had learned since he was 6. Stopped and did some other shit. You know, it's exciting that tomorrow is the Phish show. Tomorrow is the Phish show, and I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be fucking crazy. We're leaving. We're going camping tonight, and we're going to the show tomorrow. I don't know where we are. There we are. By our boy. We got it by our boy. Longfellow. Oh, party time! Oh, party time! I don't have a shirt on, so I can't clip this to my shirt. I'm gonna put this thing in my ear. Oh, party time! Oh, I gotta dump my shit. I don't understand why he's gonna play there. London. Oh, I got this motherfucker. Oh, the weight's 1. You know, party time. I think I need that. Curie, are you following me, Curie? I don't know where she is. Where are you? There. I'm just chilling, huh?
How are you doing? I'd like to travel together some more.
Okay. Longfellow, you're going back to your cabin. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I forgot about this. Shit, I put one of these out here. It's the float tank. I forgot about that. Nobody coming up here? Do people not like it? Are you scared of it? Okay.
Hey.
No, not me. Curie. Ugh.
Such a fire.
Hey,
Bye, party time.
over here.
Why not? What's preventing you? Is this too much for your dumb face to fucking handle? Look at it.
Move here.
I don't need
I
that
can't
anymore.
reach that.
Head over there.
I would be delighted to. There's no way to get there.
What do you mean there's no way to get there?
Here.
One of them is to serve.
Go there.
I cannot get there.
Why? Ah, why? As this whole thing is attached so nicely. Oh, it makes me want to not play Fallout. You make me not want to play Fallout. Just, and this fucking quest is fucked. Where the fuck are the Murlocs? We go to Murloc heaven. Fucking somewhere. Who fucking knows? Oceanarium. We're going to the fuck it. We're going to the Oceanarium. I don't know where that is. I don't know where it's taking me. I don't know if even anybody should care. But this is real and this is happening. By time. Yo, we heard you liked photos. Just re-roll it. No, fuck off, re-roll it. Am I here? I'm here. Okay, excuse me while you know, sometimes I forget who can loot the bodies. forget that sometimes. I really, really do. Really do. Well, I'm here now. On the coast, and Merle lurks over here. Hello. Hello. Oh, look, a mattress. Hooray! Oh, look, a mattress.
Oh, do we have to get up?
Yeah, oh, that's right, baby. Ah, baby. Ah, Curie, baby. Let's take the chessboard and then jack. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Jet. Boom, boom, wow, wow. Alright, I'll fuck with that later. I'll fuck with that later because I'm in the middle of doing other things. Should go over to that hospital, I guess. Oh, that's what I wanted to do on the phone was turn on a podcast because I like podcasts while I'm running around the wasteland.
Resuming episode.
Now, because she took a liking to me and she started working me at the dunes in Vegas.
Yeah, I drove you.
She started working me in San Diego.
Yeah.
You know, so I was getting work from her. Plus, I had work from the Midwest. You know,
So you were lucky because, you know, you were set. You know, you knew who you were up there. You knew who you were in life. She couldn't fuck with your head too much. There was always guys around that, like, were, you know, sort of unpenetrable by that weirdness. Because that place is weird. But for you walk in, I'm like, how come he doesn't feel it? How come he isn't, like, going crazy? Like, because all of us were sitting around at the door and doing drugs. But that place was this haunted shithole that had its own meaning. Like, we were talking about ghosts and about the history of the place. But you were like, it's a comedy club.
well, I wasn't there long enough to get involved in the politics.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I was screened.
But you also came and went, right? You did your show and you left, right? You didn't hang out too much, did you?
No, you know what? I hung around for comics I like to watch.
Yeah.
And then if I saw the lineup and I saw that it, you know, I didn't care for them, I'd split, you know. But, you know, I got on every night there, and, you know, and that was awesome. It was like my home away from home. Chicago is where I started.
Well, look who's
Where
here.
you grew up. I grew up in Chicago. I started doing comedy there in '79.
Wait, like where? What part of Chicago? I've become sort of fascinated with Chicago.
It's a great town.
It's great. Like I always knew it was its own thing, but now
Whoa.
You probably have a huge following there, yeah. They're comedy great.
Great comedy town.
It is such a great town. And that's where I cut my teeth because they're a good comedy town because they get you out. They want you to do well, but they're very sharp.
Right.
And they get all the subtleties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're smart, yeah.
It's a smart town as far as comedy. Oh, they got second
Curie,
city.
what are you
3 doors
holding?
down from Zany's, where I started.
Downtown.
Yeah, so I hook up with all the second city people right down the street at the bars afterwards.
Right.
We'd all hang out, you know.
Right.
I knew Farley and all those guys.
Did you?
Yeah, you know, I wasn't tight with him because I always hammered by the time I got to talk to him. You know, he wasn't coherent by the time I got to the bar. He was already hammered.
You were tight with him, but he didn't remember. You guys had a long friendship, and you talked a lot, but that was always in the blackout for him.
Yeah, but, you know, we'd all go to the blues bar down the street from Zany's and Second City.
Yeah.
My sister was in Second City.
Cindy.
Cindy, you know Cindy?
Yeah.
She went through the whole thing. So all her friends were, you know, like Bill Murray's brother, Joel Murray.
Yeah,
And
I don't know that brother.
Steve Carell. And all these guys, Odin Kirk.
Yeah.
You know, they were all in
Bob.
the same. Yeah, they were all in the same group, and they'd all go to the same bar. And all the comics from Zanies would hang with these guys.
Yeah.
So it was a great hang, you know. But
Is it just the two of you in the family? Just you?
no, I got 4 sisters and another brother. So they're.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad, Irish Catholic.
Really?
Well, my dad's all Italian. My mom's Irish, but we had 6 kids, and he was a fireman. My dad was a fireman in Chicago.
So you were like
blue collar.
real blue collar Chicago.
This fucking guy.
I was the south side of Chicago. I grew up in like 6 blocks from Comiskey Park.
Uh-huh.
We were 10 minutes from the Loop.
Yeah.
Right off the Dan Ryan.
Yeah.
Down the Loop. But it was all blue collar neighborhood, carpenters, plumbers, cops. You know, my neighborhood was the stockyards. Back in the day, the stockyards was right down the street from my house.
Stockyards?
The meat stockyards.
Yeah.
And eventually in '72 it moved to Oklahoma or something.
But you remember it?
I was 12 years old. It was right down the street from my house. You could throw a rock, and it was where all the pens were. Where all they kept all the cows and the pigs and the slaughterhouse.
Right there?
It was right there. We would play baseball, and all of a sudden a cow would run back. That got loose in the pens and would run by our park. And we're like, got cows by the park. And eventually the stockyards left, and it became a big industrial park.
I get Curie with the machete.
My whole neighborhood smelled like shit. My whole life it smelled like cow shit. You knew you got into our neighborhood when you smelled the cow shit.
How long did that stay around after they got rid of the cows? It stays, doesn't it?
Oh, it probably lingered for a couple of years, but I could throw a rock.
Yeah.
And right in front of the International Amphitheater. But, you know, I was only a block away. That's where they had the big riots in '68.
No shit.
Yeah.
So the history, man.
It's a history. There's a lot of history there in that neighborhood in the South.
But your dad was a union guy, right?
Oh, yeah. My dad was a fireman, and all my cousins are electricians. They're all big union guys back there. You know, they swear by it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure. It's a union town.
It's a big union town.
So what? And now, as a kid of a fireman, was that exciting? I mean, did
They
you
go in,
get to
all
go
I
on the
think
truck
about
and
it.
shit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'd go to the firehouse.
Was it one of those old kind with the pole and everything?
He actually, for 15 years, he was a captain over at the firehouse in Chinatown where they shot Backdraft.
Oh, really?
He was the captain of that firehouse.
Oh, was he on set and shit? Did he? Like,
He got to see him filming stuff and everything.
did he
but
think they got it right? Did he?
Well, he wasn't a consultant, but I'm sure they used consultants.
But
from
did he watch the movie?
Yeah.
And did he think it was?
Yeah, he liked it.
Oh,
yeah,
good,
yeah,
good.
He liked it. But he's still living, my dad. He's 82. He retired a chief. So I told you, I said, Dad, you're one of the few guys that are actually able to milk the system, you know, and get something out of you. Usually, you retire and you croak the.
Resuming episode.
Yeah.
You guys talked about the Dana Carvey show, which had been on ABC back
Right.
in like 97,
6, 7, yeah.
And
Six, yeah.
it had the greatest writing staff assembled since your show of shows back in the 1950s. You had on the staff Stephen Carell, Stephen Colbert, Louis C.K., Dino Stamatopoulos, Charlie Kaufman,
Jesus.
Robert Carlock.
Robert Smigel.
Robert Smigel, of course. One of the best.
I mean,
maybe the best.
It was crazy.
Yeah, and then Steve O'Donnell, Bob Odenkirk came in for a couple shows.
Yeah.
I give most of the credit that to Robert. I mean, he had worked with a lot of these people as far as the writing staff. Robert Smigel.
Right.
I think Louis was on Letterman for a little while.
Yeah.
He worked with Smigel on Conan.
Yeah.
So it was sort of that, whatever you call that sensibility, just smart, silly, or whatever you call it. Everything was smart. And of course, Colbert and Carell, great writers themselves.
Yeah.
They came up with nauseating waiters.
Right.
And they had said that was the one that got them on the Daily Show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
You were the springboard to the Daily Show.
well, according to them, I keep going. You guys would have been found out, but Steve Carell's wife Nancy said no. He really needed this at that moment.
Yeah.
Because they were in their early 30s and they'd been passed over for SNL and other jobs.
Yeah.
I still think they would have broke through, but if I played any part in it, that is surreal and great. They were so good that I at least the way I recall it, we saw so many great people, and it was Louis and me and Robert deciding, Robert Smile,
And I said, just give me the two Steves. I just call them two Steves.
Yeah.
Because I can definitely decide on those two guys. And then we got Heather Morgan and Bill Cott, eventually on Gold, all brilliant. But they were so good the first day of rehearsal. So I came home to my wife and I said, I think I'm really rusty. You know, because I had done sketch comedy with Phil Hartman and Mike Myers and Adam Sandler. That's how good they were.
Yeah.
They were just really, really good. And then it all came, you know, we all got to, you know. But, you know.
Heather Morgan, I remember, did a sketch called First
Lady
with
with
Dogs.
Yeah.
Which is one of the funniest standalone. You talk about a viral bit that just stands alone. Look up that Heather Morgan and First Lady Dogs, and it's transformative. She just goes from one to the next.
I'm looking up right now.
Engaging secondary defenses. Violent Cease hostilities. Engaging in close combat. Engaging secondary defenses. Caution, I am equipped with defensive capabilities. Hostile break-in close proximity.
Slashing her down.
This is
What am I looking up? Heather Morgan, First Lady Dogs.
cease hostilities. Engaging secondary defenses. At least I can observe battlefield combat.
Oh my. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is really happening. It sounds like it. Wow. That was brilliant. So what does it take? A minute? 1 minute of standing still for this thing to start spinning? Oh, I got a crippling revolutionary soul. And a baseball.
Hey.
You need something, yes? Are you giving me a present?
Sure. 30 and 50? Damn. Okay.
These appear worthless. Surely we can make something money.
Yay, stuff. Yeah. Adhesive is the shit.
Yeah.
And we only lasted 8 shows, unfortunately.
Now, was it the ratings or was it the scandal of some of the things you were doing?
Well, it was a combination of both. I think when it ended up being on ABC, it was over because Disney bought ABC.
Right.
And it just didn't really belong there. I think
You were following like the Drew Carey show or something?
Yeah, or Spin City, I think, or maybe Home Improvement. I think there's 2 aspects. One is I think there's always been a little bit of a confusion about me because I'm an eclectic. I think they thought maybe I was Carol Burnett, or I had sort of a Disney face, so they thought of anyone who could work in prime time, it'd be you.
Yeah.
And I wasn't necessarily intentionally edgy, but I was, when Robert and Louis were bringing me this stuff, I really, really loved it, you know. And we had banked one where I played President Clinton, and I opened my shirt, and I had teats, and they bring in puppies. So that started the whole series.
Right.
Which I was a little bit worrisome of, but I had good people. I, respected their opinion. Louis and Robert thought it'd be good, and so we did it. And we were given the metrics even in those days. We started at 16 million.
Yeah.
By the end of that sketch, we'd lost like 9 million people.
No kidding. Wow.
And then
What?
after us after that. So we were considered a sucky, blue, pandering show.
Yeah.
Can people see these episodes? Yeah, I think they're on Crackle now, full episodes.
No kidding.
I think Crackle ended up owning them for some reason.
Wow.
And there's just brilliant stuff in there. Really cool stuff all over the place.
And then what was the scandal? Like Taco Bell was a sponsor.
Well, we asked, that was part of our other sort of joke. We wanted it to be called the Taco Bell Dana Carvey Show. Or the Mug Root Beer Dana Carvey Show. Because we wanted to make fun of that sponsorship thing, which has now come back. It started in the 50s, the Colgate Comedy Hour.
Correct.
That was part of the whole sensibility of the show. But of course, when they saw the Teats thing and this and that, eventually we were doing Empire Szechuan Dana Carvey Show, which is just like 3 Chinese restaurants in New York City. So we'd lost a lot of sponsors. It was, and we didn't get paid for that, I mean, initially it was like, so I think there was a confusion, but after the Teats thing and a couple things, it essentially is a clean show.
Yeah.
It's just abstract.
Yeah.
It's just for a certain kind of taste, but, very proud of it, you know, and just...
That seems like one of those shows you want to see at like one of the comedy festivals when they bring everybody back to sit on a panel. Have you guys ever done anything like that?
That would be a great idea, to show clips and sit on a panel. Because I was okay with it, I was making a lot of money as a stand-up, and the kids were little. It took a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I was not, heartbroken when it ended, but, I mean, it probably, these days it would have been on maybe either live streaming or
21
Comedy
people.
Central.
Yeah.
Or maybe Showtime or HBO.
Yeah.
Could have been on, but not on Primetime Network.
All right, so let's get back to first impressions. So
Yeah.
you come onto the show, you get convinced, you come in, and obviously you're not sure. You came in.
Mm-hmm.
The beautiful thing is I saw you come in and go from tentative to, by the end, so fully committed and making everybody comfortable and being so involved with the contestants and supportive. Talk to me about how that transition happened.
Well, I think
There's
that,
21 people here now.
when I came in the room and we started playing the games that you guys had thought of, I just, the people, like you said, some of the practice people, first of all, they're all just very vulnerable, nice, like performers are.
Right.
They were gracious, and they were game. They were really committed in the room. I mean, I remember a few times, like, God, too bad this isn't the show right here, in this room. It's casual. And so then I just saw that, the other thing that was sort of heartwarming is just being a generation up from them and seeing that they were very excited to meet me. It was very flattering. They were just likable, charming, and like you said, some of them were so brilliant. Like some of their impressions, it was really entertaining.
And also, I was blown away by our fear was we were going to get people that came in and could do impressions, but couldn't think on their feet, because ultimately this was a sketch show as much as an impression show.
Yeah, live improv show.
Right.
Yeah.
It was improv.
Yeah.
And we were throwing them premises, and they had to create an arc in order for it to pay off. And And that's what blew me away is we got really lucky. We didn't have, I can't think of more than a couple people that really, I think we had to edit around. But most people really brought it. Some people took it to like a whole other level.
Yeah, and you'd think, whatever kind of device you're using as an actor to kind of be connected to your character. I mean, in a way, for a lot of those people, when you do the impression, then you can say, basically Seth Rogen at Burger King, and for a lot of people, then you just have this sausage factory that it goes through pretty quickly, and that's the skill set of it.
Yeah.
And you're right, we really kind of tortured them in a way.
Yeah.
They had to stay on their feet.
Yep.
And, after the fact, Ryan, the kid who's like 19-year-old
Yeah.
kid, he actually, he signed with a big talent agency from that show.
No kidding.
Yeah, with Brillstein.
Wow.
Brillstein
Because your
Entertainment.
manager was there.
Yeah, and other people from Brillstein Entertainment Partners.
Oh, that's amazing.
And my kids and I, we were doing just a showcase night, early Sunday show at the West Side Comedy Theater.
Yep.
And he somehow, I'd run into him. He came to some show. I said, well, come over. He did a set. And I said, how you doing now? He was like, more nervous now than when I was on the show.
Yeah.
But it was a life changer for him. I think that was the other part of it. Even though we weren't giving away millions of dollars, the look on every winner's eyes at that moment, which I'm sure we talked about, was validation.
Yes.
Because I think in the beginning of your career, it's not always like, will I be a millionaire and super famous? Am I really going to do this?
Yeah.
It's such a big...
And that first TV credit is so validating.
Yes.
It's something you can tell your parents. You can watch this on TV. All the struggle and the money I've been borrowing and the college education that I've, not used. Well, you can watch it. And also, just as a comic trying to get booked at the clubs,
Right.
you got a credit now. This is a real credit.
Yeah. And then it
that's
goes from theoretical to real.
Right. Yeah.
And especially in stand-up, once you have an act that is portable, even if it's your the feature or the middle act, it's portable, you're getting paid, you're on some kind of circuit, then that's the other route. But stand-up is its own microcosm. It's like being a carpenter or something. There's the brilliant level, but there's also just the craft of having a reliable act that the club owner can go, you'll deliver.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Yeah, he's got 90 minutes he needs to fill, and the headliner's only going to do, 45 of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you realize with the show, okay, so the headliner.
I don't want to put this anywhere. These fucking jerks are going to go up there.
Close it out strong.
Yeah.
Half the show still has to be booked.
Yeah.
So the quality of getting a feature act who really has that tool belt, has that confidence, has that material, hopefully has one TV credit. The opening act doesn't need a credit. The feature act should have at least one
something
cable credit.
or YouTube views or something
right.
on social media.
And somebody that you're developing into being a headliner.
Yeah. So how long does a feature normally do these days? 30?
Like 20 to 25.
20 to 25.
Usually not 30. I guess it depends. I know some comics now that are like if I want to bring a guy to open for me on the road, I got to fly him in and pay for a hotel because the club won't do it. Mm-hmm. So what some people are doing is they're saying, all right, don't use your opening act and give me that money.
Yeah.
And I'll give that to my feature so I can fly him in and put him up.
Yeah.
And then he's got to do 30, 35.
Right.
And then, but I'll do an hour, so he's only got to do 30 if I do that. I like to do an hour.
Yeah.
How long do you like to do?
Well, if all things being equal, like my favorite length would be, and usually would be 45.
Yeah.
But
if you do a corporate date, sometimes they want an hour.
Yeah, and if I'm at a club and I'm sort of working new material and stuff, I easily go to 75.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Wow.
Because if you're riffing, it's not like like Larry Bubbles Brown, a friend of mine, and he just writes really great jokes one after
He's the
other.
best, yeah.
So for him, to get an hour is just such a massive amount of material.
Yeah.
Where I can do a little improvisation and do Trump for 2 minutes, so I can fill time. What I was going to ask you about, which, because of just working with young comedians now, usually some people come out of the box and they'll get 10 or 15 minutes. And then a lot, you'll come a year later, and they're still at that 10 or 15.
Right.
Like, what is that transition, to like, because I went through periods in the early years where like, okay, I can't think of anything else. Yeah. And my manager at the time would say, well, do stuff about yourself. Well, why is that funny? So I would go to toy stores, and I bought a little toy gun, and I would say, I would do like a gangster movie. All right, let's get out of here. And then they stick the gun down the front of their pants, and I go, who would do that? That would work. I have a Gumby where I would just out of the blue hold up the Gumby, pull his legs apart, and go, ah! So that's the level
Just
of silly, anything I could do, voices, but I'm always curious how comedians make the transition to how to develop, because it seems like a magic trick to a young comic.
Yeah.
But it's
a level of confidence that you get. I think it's a combination of your confidence going up and also being embarrassed.
Yeah.
Be
willing to be embarrassed.
I'm still being embarrassed, both trying new material which doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
That embarrassment has to be less than the embarrassment of watching your peers see you do the same 15 minutes for a year.
Right.
That's always motivated me, I am pretty affected by the approval of my peers.
Yeah.
As much as the audience, I think I want guys in the back of the room. Like, I feel good when I'm on stage and I see comics come in and sit in the back of the room.
Yeah.
And if they're not doing
What
that,
the
it
fuck
usually
am
means
I
I haven't
doing
been
right
writing
now?
material. Because I know if Tom Papa's got some new stuff, I can't wait to sit in the back of the room and watch it. And then he gives me tags all the time, and I'll do the same thing for him. And it's like this community of giving and creativity, and one guy trying new stuff makes me want to try new stuff. And the Comedy Store is really great for that. Have you been working out there at all?
I've done a couple sets there.
Yeah, that's a really good. That original room is a really great.
I'm
West
leaving
Side
this
Comedy
mess.
Theater, just as good.
Mm-hmm.
That's such an intimate, small,
Yeah.
supportive space.
Okay, it's time to go. It's time to go fishing. I made a mess. Time to do other things and go fishing.